My wife has been getting a burning smell from her CX-5, and the other day I noticed a bit of smoke. So today I'm going to investigate and see what it is. So the other day we were driving and she could smell the smoke, but I couldn't. But when we stopped, I noticed that smoke was coming up from this area. So I popped the hood and it seemed like it was coming from down there. So that's where I'm gonna look. I suspect some sort of oil or fluid leak. There's no leaks that reach the ground and I haven't seen anything yet, but that is where the exhaust manifold is. So if anything touches that, it's definitely gonna burn. The car is cold, so I'm just feeling around everywhere back here, see if I get any oil or grease or any kind of fluid on my hand, and I'm not seeing anything. I mean, it's just regular dirt. Using my camera, kind of like an inspection camera. For now, I don't really see anything. Let's see. I don't know if I see anything. I'm gonna have to get up under it. Since this engine bay has never had a good cleaning, I'm gonna do a quick rinse off of it because this worked so well on the BMW and the WRX. So I am gonna hit it with this and then spray it off because it is a lot nicer to work on a clean engine bay. And it would start to rain. I didn't even see that on the forecast for today. So let me hurry up. It's been 10 minutes, time to rinse. I just rinse until I don't see any more suds. So now I'm done rinsing it off, so I'm gonna let the summer heat dry it off, and then I'm gonna get up under it and see what I can find. That is actually a lot cleaner. I pulled it into the garage after letting it idle and dry outside for a bit. So let's get underneath and see if we see anything. And of course I can't see anything because it's a modern car. So I have to take off this. It has a combination of, 10 millimeters and plastic fasteners. So I'm gonna get busy. Need to get one of those little fastener removers. They make a tool for this. I think the rest of them are these little bolts here with a 10 millimeter head. Okay, this will be my first look under this car. A lot of times these undercarriages block leaks from reaching the ground, so you don't think you have one. But other than dirt and a bit of water from me rinsing it off earlier, wait a minute, that's a little slippery, and it is on the right side. Yeah, that could be a little slippery, but it is also where I changed the oil. I'll check that area and see if something is leaking there, but that is not near where it was smoking. So after crawling up under the car and looking around, I think I may have found it. That big tube there has a leak, and I imagine it's some sort of O-ring seal leak. That very well may be the issue. I'm also seeing the beginnings of what seems to be oil pan gasket or oil pan RTV leak. This is such a small leak that I'm not going to worry about it because it doesn't even get on the lip of this yet. But that one is causing some smoke and that could be an issue. After studying that some more, I'm not convinced that it's leaking. That seems to be the water pump. And I don't think we're losing any coolant. I'll double check, but I think that's okay. Actually, I have a coolant leak. So that burning could be coolant, even though it, to me, seemed more like oil. But there's the coolant level well below the low level, and the coolant level was not at the top of the radiator. You see, there should be coolant there. Is that the right one? Let's see. Let's see how low the coolant actually was. Fill the coolant up to the top. The best instructions I found say fill up the radiator and put this, between min and max. Let it idle till it's warmed up and then hold it at 25,000 RPM. What? I'm sorry. Hold it at 2,500 RPM for a while, 5 minutes or so, and then do the same thing at 3,000 RPM. But only hold it for 5 seconds. Let it cool and check. So that's what I'm gonna do. I was gonna use my fancy little bleeder kit, but I didn't find anything that said that was the way to go. Forgot to mention that I did put the heater control all the way to heat to make sure it gets through the heater core. You can see the coolant has reached operating temperature, so I am going to rev it to 2,500 RPM for 5 minutes. So I'm gonna set me a little timer. Here we go. I might as well play on my phone. So that's my 5-minute timer done. Now I'm gonna go to 3,000 briefly. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, and relax. I'm supposed to do that a couple times. I'm gonna let it chill out, and then I might do it one more time. All right, round 2. All right, 5 minutes done, and I think it automatically drops it at 5 minutes. Up to 3,000. All right, now it's time to let the car cool down. And I've had the heat on this whole time. It is getting hot in here. And we'll see. So after the coolant is all sorted, I'm going to check the levels. And I've actually never followed this coolant bleed procedure on this car. I've only ever topped it off when it needs it. So I'm gonna check the water pump and see if there is indeed a leak there in the coming weeks, and then potentially replace it. But yeah, I did not find any gross oil leaks, so we'll see. Now I really cannot tell if that is fresh wetness or old wetness, but I will use the coolant level as my guide. But now I have to put back on all these fasteners. We had a 2007 Mazda 3 before this, and we took this off because my wife hated having to take it off every time. And I'm tempted to do that with this, but it looks so nice under here. I kind of want to preserve it. On to the little bolts. My wife will be taking this car on a road trip the very next day, so there will be plenty of miles for me to check to see if there is a coolant leak. If you'd like to follow along and see what I do, hit subscribe. If you'd like to see all the other things we've done to our CX-5, check out the playlist. Thanks for watching. Take care.